68. Angel Gray alongside Tabitha Turner here for you as we're calling from the home studios. And Atlanta trying to push to 3-0 on this road trip for their West Coast swing. Jordan Canada on the inside to Shaw.
Good take, though. Keep putting the pressure on the inside of the paint. That's what's made them a good contender right now in league standings. They got to get back to that.
Clea Copper, the Euro step on the inside, drops it in. She's been money in the second half.
She's just flipped this game on its head solely by herself, defense to offense.
33 points from Ms. Copper as Angel Reese delivers and yet again has another 20.
It's the issue on the inside. It doesn't matter what the score is. They're going to go inside and remind their team that that's their bread and butter.
She has the best plus-minus right now for Atlanta, plus 11 for the starters. Ryan Howard got the steal, and Clea Copper, like a yo-yo, yanked her back. Is being reviewed right now for an upgrade as well. Kevin Fahey, Tony Point game, as Ryan Howard knocks down the first of the pair, and Clea Copper just finds success against Atlanta for whatever reason. Had 38 points.
You to stop bringing it up, but it's your job.
Well, I apologize. I apologize. 6-point ball game. Atlanta gets it back. Angel Reese gets the touch on the block, going at Mack again. And a travel violation against the
half.
It's the 8th turnover for the Dream. They've given up 7 points off of them. 2-possession ball game. DeWanna Bonner, who's been quiet after the first quarter. DeWanna Bonner just sitting with 6 points. Ryan Howard gets free. Momentarily finds Naz Hillman up top.
Clutch.
And extends the lead.
Naz Hillman, some timely threes for Atlanta and clutch moments. That's her second of the night.
Naz Hillman now with 43s made on the season.
Those are threes.
Another whistle. So Jordan Canada picks up her 4th. And Atlanta starting to rack up fouls. Stop the clock and gives it back to Phoenix. And Phoenix outscoring Atlanta by 10, making it as close as a 1-point game after Atlanta had the 15-point lead at half. Deflection and another steal by none other than Angel Reese.
Beautiful use of her length at the top, and that's what you get when you've got 6'5" at the top. That length in her arms, her wingspan, affected that shot.
Gray somehow found it. Jordan Canada too strong on the shot, and Alyssa Thomas collects the rebound. Trying to push it up the floor, looking for her pieces up the floor as well as Alyssa Thomas. And DeWanna Bonner on the rebound puts it back.
Tip back at the rim and get the defender to foul you. You never give them the opportunity to get that rebound. And that's what DB just did on that possession.
The W's all-time winningest player, and that's regular season and playoff, has the most points current active player in the W. She's 3rd all-time behind none other than one of her former teammates in Tina Charles, right in front of her.
I love all the jokes last season about how DT's records weren't going to be broken, but Angel Reese has been setting records game after game after game for Atlanta, and she is not relentless.
Like a bull on the inside. And Angel Reese continues to impress. As a foul up top, and Alicia Gray beside herself. And a couple of her teammates coming in for a woosah moment. That's gentle criticism from her teammates. Atlanta does, or Phoenix does get the ball back. 10 on the shot clock as Alyssa Thomas just had a hard time trying to score over Angel Reese. DeWanna Bonner lost her footing, turns the ball over.
Ryan pulled the chair from underneath her.
Naz Hillman lines it up for the 3 again, just off the mark, and DeWanna Bonner comes down with the rebound. Alyssa Thomas going on the inside with the left, drops it in. And here comes Alyssa Thomas.
Yeah, she's been struggling from the 8 for AT for her 8th point.
She does have 13 rebounds and 10 assists, so just needs another bucket in this ball game for yet another triple-double. That is what she does best, better than anyone in the league. Finding Mack on the block, going against Naz Hillman, decides otherwise. Alyssa Thomas with the Euro on the inside. And that bucket will not go in. 2 free throws on the way for Alyssa Thomas as clicked in Angel Reese. And we can go across the timeline with her time in Atlanta and just see different moments where she said, I'm challenging myself to be better, where Smesco challenged her to be better. And she has responded in every scenario. Jordan Canada responding with a triple of her own, makes it a 9-point game.
We heard Jordan Canada talk about the confidence to shoot. She knocked down a 3 early, missed a few in between in that 2nd and 3rd quarter, but just kept
up tonight with getting to the free throw line, and that's how they started to make their push even in the 2nd half.
Yeah, they're too many for any team in the league.
Duana Bonner cashes in on the 2nd free throw. If we're catching trouble, looks like those are those with 4. How about Naz Hillman with 3, and then Angel Reese with 2. Kadina Okot on the bench right now with 3 as well. 5 on the shot clock. Jordan Canada looking for some space and draws the foul.
And Atlanta frustrated.
I was confused by Naz Hillman. Almost had the same reaction as Sammy Wickham.
Naz came out of nowhere and said, why we not getting the call?
Kevin Fahey's like, we've done this success as Jordan Canada knocks down the 2nd of the pair. And again, makes it a Phoenix gets it to Alyssa Thomas. The patent spin move and a triple-double indeed for Alyssa Thomas. Now with 11 points, 14 rebounds, and 10 assists.
Yeah, the little hezzy on the shot. Made that one successful, but Angel Reese on the other side threw to the interior for Atlanta.
Alyssa Thomas with some bully ball on the inside. Looked like a little bit of volleyball for a second as Ryan Howard able to snatch that one away. Gray on the inside and drew the foul. Alicia Gray again, so fast, so quick, and so canny.
Alicia Gray again reminding her teammate that this is my superpower. Get 2 feet in the paint, and that's how she gets her offense going.
Alicia Gray able to connect on the free throw. A loss that was not to her liking. So again, we got to expect that after this game, and Atlanta has a lot of work to do in this ballgame to close it out, that LA's waiting on them on their home floor and wanting different results after that embarrassing loss for them.
And that's exactly what Naz Hillman told us in the postgame. His Copper is not done for her 35th point of the game. But I love what LA's not going to allow us to come back in here and do that again for a 2nd game. So we've got to be prepared to clean up what we need to clean up and come back and play an even better game. Sane when it comes to seeding to finish this season out.
Atlanta, after last year clinching a top 4 seed, seeing where they will map out things at the end of the regular season. Carl Smesco able to become the head coach with the most wins in his first year. Finished 30 and 14. And we'll see how Atlanta shakes out this season. Look at the amount of attention that Kalia Copper is bringing on.
So it opened up offense for her, but as well as for her teammates.
Kalia Copper about 15 points ahead of her season average so far tonight. Makes it an 8-point game, can make it 7 with another make. And might I add that she's one of 4 players that has scored 40 or more points on the season.
She's on, she's gonna break her own record against Atlanta. You mentioned that 38 last quarter.
Ryan Howard, who averages about 17 points per game against Phoenix. sitting at 18, and a nice bucket on the inside.
I like that move just because you got Angel Reese, and her and DB are about the same height, but Angel Reese has got a little bit more girth on her. Just takes advantage of the paint.
Backdoor, Sammy Wickham. It was a major collapse with Ryan Howard and Angel Reese.
Back to back to back.
Mercury ball.
Stays with Phoenix, 12 on the shot clock again for Atlanta. Not sure what's happening.
You gotta love this team.
Sammy Wickham on the inside, works it. Rashawn from the corner, 11 threes for both teams. Interesting.
Maybe they should have let Carl do that challenge. We'll stop that three.
Now Hillman sends it out. Can Gray respond with a three of her own? No. But Angel Reese does with the two.
You've got Naz Hillman and Alyssa Thomas jockeying for the rebound on the strong side, but who's on the weak side? None other than the #1 offensive rebounder in the league with the putback in Reese.
Has a franchise record, 25 double-doubles, the fastest to 900 and 1,000. WNBA historic side. If there is a rebound, it is collected by Angel Reese.
And speaking of history, Angel, we talked about this before the game. She was 4 games away, or 4 double-doubles away from setting the league record. Now, after tonight, she's going to need...
Alicia Gray was able to draw the foul against Sammy Wickham. Has the ball at the top of your screen, finds Ryan Howard. Angel Reese taps the ball to herself and gets fouled by DeWanna Bonner.
Foul strike for 24, DeWanna Bonner. That's her first.
Enough to get the ball up.
Angel Reese coming off a game where she was perfect from the field. 9 for 9, knocked down 2 points, 10 rebounds. But it's everything that she's been able to do on the season. She has had 10 or more rebounds since July 19th. That was against Chicago.
Last game versus the Sparks where she had 20 and 10. She also had 8 assists and 3 steals. So she had a near triple-double just a game ago. The activity level from this player has been off the charts.
Different team with Angel Reese on the floor. And it doesn't look like anything has been changed for Atlanta as Kalia Copper back at the free throw line and is off on the first of the pair. She is
insane, but it's worked for her, and she's gotten this team back in this one, sitting at 38 points right now, tying her
against LA. There's a minute on the clock. Not sure who got fouled.
Saying, where are my guards? Am I still dribbling this basketball?
Angel Reese with a 30-point performance. And she has been undeniably the anchor for them in the last few ball games. I need a new sheet of paper to just write down all the things that she can do as Atlanta comes out of the break, gets a steal. Angel Reese pulls it back out, and they'll wait to see if there's going to be a foul committed. 16 on their shot clock, less than 40 in the game. And Atlanta with a 10-point advantage, everything going their way to close out this ball game as Ryan Howard pulls up, cashes in, and seals the deal.
Howard said, give me Ryan Howard with her 5th 20-point game in the last 6 played for Atlanta.
Ryan Howard averaging about 18 on the season is DeWanna Bonner. Drops that one in. Get across the century mark. It looks like Ryan Howard will settle for the 99 and dribble it out at the top of the key. Atlanta pushing to 3-0 on this West Coast swing and are 24.